Today I want to share with you the silicone foam dressing with border by Dimora, and this is the 6x6" foam dressing. And again, thank you to the seller for sending me this for my honest review. These are for moderate to heavy exudate, and again, these come with the border. So let me show you what they look like. They also come individually wrapped, and this is the 5-pack. So this is what the individual wrappings look like. And again, one of my favorite things about this particular wrapping is that you do have a ruler right here in case you want to keep track of wound contraction and wound sizing. And there's also a ruler as well on the side of the box for your convenience to use. Now, the entire bandage itself with the border, the entire bandage with the border itself is 6x6, but the pad itself, make sure that the pad is going to cover the wound size that you are trying to cover, obviously. So the wound has to be less than 4.3 inches in either direction, or 11 centimeters. So the pad itself is 4.3 inches this way and 4.3 inches that way, or 11 centimeters each way. But the entire thing with the border is a 6x6 foam. It is flexible and it is adhesive all the way around. So I'm going to pull this back so that you can see the adhesive. It is adhesive on the edges on the border, and it is adhesive in the center of the pad. However, this, although it's going to be on top of the wound itself, it does not hurt upon removal. That has been my experience with it. It is gentle and flexible. It does feel a little hard because the backing is on it, but once you remove the backing, it is very pliable and very flexible. So this is actually a good bandage for hard to dress areas like your elbows, possibly, you know, where you have body fold. It is highly absorbent and it is waterproof. So this one would be safe for you to take a shower in if necessary. I would not recommend you bathing with this on, but you can definitely shower with this and it should protect the wounds. Now, when you do place this in hard to dress areas, I would recommend that you use a secondary dressing or tape on the sides, because it does tend to roll over a little bit. Usually if it's on a flat surface, the border will not roll over. The pad itself is made with 5 different layers. I'm gonna go ahead and take the backing off, and we're gonna go ahead and sacrifice this foam so that you can see what the inside of it is made. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. So this particular foam, as I am cutting it, is not recommended for you to cut and place in specific wounds, because then it destroys the integrity of everything being held inside and contained inside the foam. So I've cut it up, and that's pretty much what it looks like. So it's got 5 layers. Oh, it's probably going to be very difficult for me to show you these 5 layers. The first layer is the silicone layer, which is obviously tacky, and it will sit right on top of the wound. And again, it does not hurt upon removal. Then it has a foam layer, and it has a non-woven layer, and then a retention layer, and then the top film in the back, which makes it waterproof. Again, these are made for heavy to moderately exudating wounds, and these are great. I have also been using these for quite some time, so I do highly recommend these.